Hello, everyone, and welcome to Short Rest for Trials of VinTear episode 27. How are we all feeling? We ended up on
what the
There it is. Oh, boy.
Some of us are a little bit more concrete than others, and
You know, you make a solid point. Let's go ahead and recap from the beginning. So you guys learned that there is some levers needed to be pulled when it comes to Ayu's challenges, all of them having to deal with Volbear in some form or fashion, some stories. The first thing to complete by utilizing the slingshot. Nope. I named it. It's a custom item I named. I don't know why I keep forgetting its name.
shot line.
The shot line. Spider-Man. We saw you, Phoenix, Spider-Man across the chasm, getting halfway and then doing it once more to get the lever to be pulled. Fighting your way back. Getting that one done. Going into the third room, the ones that you guys actually had no chance, or at least had to have a chance to look for in the past. Hey,
Stealing dice.
leave my dice dealer.
Anytime he sees that bag open, he goes for it.
I was so excited for that puzzle because I was like, it's gonna be so much fun where someone's going to run up, pull the switch. I'm gonna give you essentially a moment to go, what do you do? And people are like, I'm gonna race back. I'm like, that's the wrong thing to do. Like, I think I wrote down in my list here, Phoenix is planning to pull the lever and then run back.
I was planning to pull the lever and then hop on the rock to the side to see what happens.
You would have been fine. I've also wrote that Legati is thinking to go 30 feet or 60 feet, however far, for your invisible servant to pull it. You would have got hurt.
That would have been bad.
Would have been so bad.
That would have been 84 points of fire damage.
Oh, Legati.
At the time, I could have taken it.
You would have been a dead cat.
Yeah. Well, we saw more. Stand in front, take the blunt of it. We jumped into back into the office where we found and located the lever within the armor. Pulling that, just start to see all the rugs now no longer being held down, start to move forward, and you guys are able to rush outwards. There definitely was always a chance to fight there as well. By the way, pro tip, you guys could have killed the rugs while they were currently stationary.
I mean, we thought about it, but at the same time,
Yeah.
Because we kept
That
saying
was,
we could have just burnt the rugs.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first omen of WTF to my party. Guys, they're rugs!
Just wait until I get actual rugs and
We
smothering.
have all been smothered by one, at least in one campaign or another. At least the three of us.
Two
Listen,
times in 2 different campaigns.
Listen, y'all. That's meta talk, alright? None of your current characters know anything about that. So all I'm
That's
saying
valid.
is, Mors is like, guys, they're just rugs.
That is valid, but now we're all probably like suspicious of rugs that look like they're gonna move.
I am now suspicious of loot.
Anytime I label something as, and there is a rug in the middle of the room, I hate it. See, Nick, we're both, seasoned DMs. I unfortunately traumatized my players,
You
where
also
now every time there's a
traumatized us with
rug,
bushes.
they don't like it.
Scared of
Rugs,
rugs is
bushes,
pretty
crabs.
Yeah. It's really effective.
Our parents dying.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you guys went down like several hundred feet down as this elevator was going down so fast that you started to lose a little bit of your footing, but then slowly sort of slowed down, ending at the end of this underground library, this well fortified and guarded library space, where they had these symbols made out of different gemstones. These are powerful items. They give you permanent buffs.
Oh, thanks, Caleb. You gave me Dad's dice.
So, question: Were we too
Thank you.
greedy? Had we stopped at 3, would nothing have happened?
Yeah, if you had stopped at 3, nothing would happen.
Yeah,
I feel like we were too greedy, but like Phoenix was gonna go with whatever Legati said.
I
I'm
was
on
in a discussion. I started at 4, but I was opening it up for no, that's too many, or
Had you, when you said that, and I'm all like, actually, that's a very valid point. But I'm like, but we are leaving something. I'm all like, we should have went with the gut instinct. I feel like that's the big rule of today. Follow your gut.
Yeah.
Morse
I-
followed
Right.
his gut. He was fine.
I feel like our party though is very much like F around, find out. Like we were like, we're just gonna see how many we could take before.
I mean, I think I did my job heroically. I stood there and resisted the temptation, had the courage to not pull the lever.
And you're now
I
gonna
stand by
stay
that.
there. You stood your ground, and you'll stay there in the ground.
Sorry, Mike.
Courageously.
I burned a 20 on your dice.
But yes, what we've now ended up on is this celestial beholder. By the way, it had a gaze beam, which I reflavored as, instead of like the eye, like a spotlight, it is what was, the eyes were banging, and it had almost like this rainbowish aura. Anyone who's going to heal within 60 feet of it was going to get half health.
So glad I
half
did
healing.
do that.
Oh, good thing we did the healing before.
Yes, 100%.
That sucks.
It prevents healing,
Oh,
or at least
I write
dampens
that
it.
another note.
But it was shooting a bunch of beams. I was rolling like half the die set that most beholders have. It had a slightly reduced HP pool. I sort of finagled with this beholder as much as I wanted to. But unfortunately, where we ended was alarm is going off, and Morse is a statue, fully petrified.
yes. So I think we have some ideas, some possibilities.
Yeah. We may
Some
turn you into a
potentially
balloon.
need some DM rulings, and you don't have to decide now, but just to tell you where my head's at. Is the stone that Moore's is magical? Now that the effect is, the thing is dead, right? He has been transmuted to stone. Is it magical stone? I could not find. I think it is a DM interpretation. In that one. You can think about it if you want. Because if it's magical, I cannot transmute it into anything else. I can't transmute magical stone.
So, it says in D&D 5e, petrification is considered. Is it considered magical stone? I believe it says here is considered magical stone as the result of a magical effect.
Right. So it's like if
But
there
what if-
was a magical effect active that like dispel magic or something could take care of. Right? But
Yeah.
it's not. It has been turned, and now, that's just my argument, is that like I don't want it to be magical, so that I can change it into something else. But currently there's no active magical effect on it. But the counterpoint is, if it was just mundane stone, why does greater restoration work?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Is the flip side. But either way, it's a matter of interpretation. I don't think it's entirely consistent either way.
You don't have to spell, huh?
Interesting. There's also
You
flesh
don't have
to
to
stone.
spell, but spell wouldn't do it anyway. It's if it is non-magical stone, then I've looked up how many cubic feet is the typical person, and that's like between 2 and 3. Probably Moore's with his armor is maybe 3. So that's 30 minutes to completely transmute it. 10 minutes for 1 cubic feet. So 10 minutes I can make him much lighter, 20 minutes much lighter, because I can turn him from. I've also have the weight chart for non-living substances.
Oh my god.
A cubic feet weight chart. So I don't know what stone he is right now. Maybe that's a ruling you make, how many pounds per cubic feet. But all that wood there, like if you allow balsa wood, that's only 8 pounds per cubic feet. So he'd be like 16, 24 pounds.
Is this a
easy to
callback?
carry.
Yeah, I was like,
Is
balsa
is this a callback?
because you didn't get your.
Here's the thing. As
No,
much
balsa
as I
is just the lightest wood.
Yeah.
It is light as wood.
Yeah.
Okay, but here's my thing. As much as I do love this, do we even have time for that? We just triggered an alarm, so we have to give you 10 minutes to make him lighter to hopefully we get out in time.
The problem is, can we even carry him at all? Though he's a fucking statue.
Yeah, until I
Fair.
can make him lighter, can we budge him? I don't think, let's see, like looking at the cubic weight of stone, If he's granite,
It's like 1,000 pounds.
then granite 1 cubic foot is 170 pounds. Saying Moors is 3 cubic feet, so that's that's like 500 something pounds.
Whoa!
So strap him to Phoenix and Arrow's back, and
Yeah,
then
these are the alternatives. Yeah. Was there anything in any of the library rooms we looked at? Maybe like the cafe, the break room, a cart with wheels, or anything with wheels on it.
We will probably
we've seen.
need to check the break room and see if there's like a dolly or something.
That like
I don't think there
robot
was
room.
one in that closet.
I mean,
feels
Fly 'em
like
out on
you
the
will
road.
you will have to go back to
Yeah.
the elevator, go search, and
We'd
then
have
come
to go
back. It
Uh,
might actually do you well to search the area that you're currently in.
Yeah, I think we should do that first.
Yeah.
Anything with wheels. I have a shadow spawn for an hour that has a strength of 13, so he could like wheel Moors around if necessary. But
I'm more inclined to find out if there's any type of spell book in there or scroll or
That's what I was
something.
like,
I mean,
how
that's
long
gonna
does
take
it
me a
take you?
lot longer than 10 minutes. Than
You know what's a shame is that you don't have the portable
I could
hole.
just use it.
Don't remind us. That was the whole point of this, wasn't it?
Just hide him in a portable hole.
I forgot what those ears.
Just
Oh no, that's
tip
message.
into the hole.
That's message.
So it's such Roger Rabbit logic.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, well, we could lift them then.
Well, there's a lot to think about.
Maybe you just transmute part of them, and then we carry the rest.
Also,
He has a
to
head, maybe.
come to a conclusion, so you guys can start planning effectively,
Professionally.
is as far as I can tell, it is considered magical stone
Shit.
because if you were to detect magic, you would be able to see it.
Okay, yeah, I think that's a question I saw people deciding it in different ways because I don't think it's clear from just the spell, but that does make sense that it is magical stone, so I cannot transmute it into something else. So we need
Are you still?
we need
a wolf?
other options to transport Morse.
Can
Are
we
you-
float him? Push him on ice?
Oh yeah, you can telekinetically shove him.
Every 5 feet.
Yeah, I mean I can do that. I can.
So we
I
find
can
a card.
I could shape water, so if you put a bunch of water on the ground, I can freeze it. So we
Oh.
can freeze the water
Freeze the
and
bottom
shove
to
him
slide it.
for a while. Maybe I'll just have my shadow spawn. Sad. What did I?
Just cry.
Phoenix of grief is what I wrote down. Phoenix of grief.
Normal
the shadow
Phoenix
spawn.
and Sad
Oh,
Phoenix
yeah.
will.
Pushing him around behind. That's a possibility.
So, Morris, how you feeling right now, buddy?
My guy.
I think Moore's note. No, we are not abandoning you.
Yeah,
we
we're
are
not.
risking. We are staying here. We want to get your stone form out of here.
Steve, you want to give him the rant you gave me when we went on break?
I'd love to, honey, except guess what? I fucking can't because I'm stoned.
Maybe. Oh, I don't know if it. I don't.
You
have
got
his
2
sheet
nat
up
20s in a
anymore.
row, buddy.
I don't have his sheet up.
Luck was
Yet I'm
ending.
stoned.
Maybe Arrow could bamf you to a place. I can't remember if he can only bamf himself. Never mind, he's out of spell slots. Goddamn.
Yeah, we're out of everything.
Now the only problem is how do you get out with a statue?
Yeah, it's a long way to go back too.
I mean, if we get to a certain point, we could just start lying and saying like, "Oh, he's a statue of some blah 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 god or deity or champion or something."
Yeah, we can always just leave him somewhere and then come back with a scroll of greater restoration or something. But that's a last resort.
We're not leaving you.
Well, we might be leaving you.
They say as they're leaving me.
Hold on, I want to
If
read
the
what my
choices
thing
are
does.
stay here and die, or get arrested, or get out of here and then come back to save Moors, I think that's clear. Oh, a note for next time. I want to take the eyes of this thing, of the beholder, because
blood.
maybe Tavant will buy them. Also, maybe they're useful in a reverse petrification potion or something. Right?
So let's
That
look
works with
at eyes.
basilisks, so I don't know. But yeah, eyes of a celestial beholder seem important.
Wow.
That sounds like a Mastodon song. Sorry.
Eyes of a celestial beholder. Brother.
Yeah. So the rant I made on break was, Temple, WTF. WTF. You went wolf form, and then you undid the wolf form, and then everybody ran, and I'm the only one sitting here putting in work.
After several bad rolls, I panicked. Okay,
Bro,
the
I got
dice
hit
were
with
not
a
my friends
great
today.
roll. One more of those, I'm done.
Let's see. I did not, unfortunately. I was really upset that I did not roll on the death ray.
Yeah.
And I was like, God damn it! I had 5d10 at the ready for death ray.
Yeah, I had like. The only one that did good was Arrow.
Until he was
Because of
charmed.
all his HP.
You know, I did
No,
the
he
thing. I
saved.
made the
He
thing
saved.
unable to move.
Yeah. No, I mean like as far as hit points.
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah.
No, remember, I rolled nat 20 -1. He saved. He's not charmed anymore.
No. Oh, yeah. I'm just saying because you're like everyone did well with the beams. I'm like, except bro.
No, I
You
mean
did
as
get
far as
charmed.
HP is concerned, that dude's the only one that's like, okay.
All right. Well, thank you so much
Do
for
me a
joining
favor.
us for
Wait,
this.
do me a favor. This
Oh.
last thing. I'm sorry. I need to get
No,
this off my
Val,
chest.
go for
I
it.
swear. Okay. While I'm talking, all right, while I'm saying what I'm about to say, I want you to interpose that meme of that dude,
Roll two
the
nat 20s.
guy who's at like a soccer game and he's got his like hands on his things like, what the fuck? You know that guy? I'll send you a picture of it. But yeah, like I'm the one sitting there trying to kill this thing, and all my party is concerned about is running away and moving, and I'm like, guys, what are you doing? Am I just a joke to you? Am I just a joke to you? It won't target us if it's dead. Help me kill it. Help me. Help.
We did
The
from a
entire time
distance.
that image has been slowly becoming more transparent and zooming in.
Stop. You're leaving.
I mean, for our benefit, for our sake, we did tell you, yo, let's get out of here.
It was close to dying. If we would have stayed in the fight, we could have killed it sooner. I could have still had
Legati
legs.
had his
I did
zero
exactly
movement.
as much damage as I
No,
would
no,
have.
no. This was,
in the
by the
room.
way,
Yeah.
by the way, this was not poked at Legati. Thank you very
Okay,
much
fine.
for that shadow. That thing was
Yeah, there
great.
you go. Yeah, take a break.
Yeah. I'm looking specifically at one person who watched me turn to stone and just ran away. Like, deuces, buddy. Good luck.
You could have succeeded. You could have succeeded, and it would have been a good choice.
The negative
I mean-
one to my dex said otherwise.
Yeah.
I mean,
bro.
I succeeded, so I thought you could have.
I hate
That's
it
on
so
you.
much.
By
You're
the
gonna
way,
have to
I
let
will
him-
mention that because Morse became petrified, all of the objects he was wearing and carrying have become petrified as well,
Oh,
meaning that
fuck.
the artifacts that he currently has on his person are currently affixed to him.
Yeah.
Cavent will want to help then, I think.
That is a good
Here
point.
is
That
your
might wanna help.
items. Please undo
Your
this
payment
bullshit.
is currently rock. Figure it out.
Figure it out. The figure it out is what's getting me. Thank you so much for joining. I have to end this episode. Thank you so
Yes.
much for joining us for session 27 for Short Res. See you guys next time. Bye.
Just a joke to you.